Having me today. Thank you guys all for coming out tonight. Quick show of hands, how many of you have been to a Pampered Chef show before? Okay, excellent. Okay, I'm going to need all your help today. And to see a couple of you have never been. So for all of you that have never been, we're going to do a quick and easy recipe. You can make a full, complete meal for your family in 20 minutes, or actually this is a little less. How does that sound? Great. Okay. Now for those of you who have been to Pampered Chef shows in the past, when I first started 8 years ago, I was extremely nervous, and still get a little nervous sometimes. My best friend came with me to my first 4 shows, but she couldn't do that for 8 years, because now I've been doing this for 8 years, so I had to figure out a way to make myself comfortable. So I do a little, let's get to know each other. How does that sound? Okay. Okay? All right, so in the front, my name is Laura Maria. What's your name?
Nicole.
Nicole, great. I'm 5'4" and a half. How tall are you?
5'3" and a half.
Okay, I weigh 104. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, but seriously, for all of those of you who've been to a Pampered Chef show, it is an independent business. Has anybody ever seen a consultant walk in with a picnic basket?
No.
No, excellent. Okay, so that's the beauty of this business. You can walk in with a picnic basket or with a full table of products. The choice is yours. I choose not to break my back because I know every single person in America has back problems. Hands up if you're with me. I'm getting to know you. Anybody have a back problem? Great, okay? So you can carry this, not have a back problem. I'm a mother of 2. Does anybody here have children? Excellent. Congratulations to all your moms and dads. Has anybody ever carried an infant carrier? You know how heavy those kids get in those things? Lighter than an infant carrier, okay? So if you can carry an infant carrier, you can carry this basket and you can work with the Pampered Chef. Anybody else? Let's see, who works here part-time or full-time, has a full-time job? Many of you, okay, myself included. So also 90% of my team has a full-time or a part-time job. So with all of these things, me getting to know you guys, I can see we have a lot of things in common. If you've never thought or if you've ever thought about owning your own business, please watch what I do as a consultant today, not as a guest, because I see a lot of you have been guests before. Maybe it's time to stop thinking about doing the Pampered Chef and time to start doing, or time to start even thinking about doing. I can answer all of your questions. So with that being said, let me show you what's in my basket, okay? Excuse me. Okay, so. And this is going to be, of course, I'm bringing you my top 10 products. Okay, because that's what you want to see. People who have been to the Pampered Chef before, you have quite a few products, I'm sure. But you want to see what's new, you want to see what's hot, you want to see what's going to make your life easy in the kitchen. Because the products that you already have probably do make your life easier in the kitchen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, for those of you with no storage space, these are the best. Anyone who does place an order, if you just came to support Jill and have a good time, fabulous. If you did come to place an order, I can help you with that as well. Any order $60 or more gets one of these absolutely free. Okay? And we do have them in 3 different sizes. This would be your free one. If you want to add the other 2 sizes to your order, that's great. This one is for, you know, maybe some chips, apples. The big one, you need to do, anybody entertain barbecue over the summer? You have 20 or 30 people. The big one will do like potato salad for 30 people. It's very big. And again, storage space, they shrink down to nothing. So, okay, let me take the rest of our little products out here. Dun, 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 dun. How's it looking so far? Top 10. Oh my God.
Who walks in with 9 bags?
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Okay, and let's see, oven mitts, and believe it or not, yes. Here has our cookware. Anybody have the Pampered Chef cookware? Fabulous, okay. Let me tell you, the Pampered Chef cookware makes your life so much easier in the kitchen, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, you want to tell me why? I'm not doing my whole spiel on everything today. So we will talk about cookware, why it makes your life easy in the kitchen, and move on from there. Okay, I think I have. Yeah. No, I think we're good. Good enough?
A magic bag.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got a few more little tricks up my sleeve. Where? Da-da-da-da. La la la. Okay. Anything else? Cheers. Okay. And by any stretch of the imagination, you're welcome to come up and try the products, help me with the recipe, talk about the products for me, okay, and of course the 7-inch Sansuko knife, one of my favorites in the line. Okay, and everything that you're going to hear me talk about today has been learned from the Pampered Chef. I was not a salesperson, I still do not consider myself a salesperson, I just love what I'm doing, I get to meet great people, and now I know how to cook. When I first started, I didn't know how to cook either, so this business has done a lot of great things. So the recipe that I'm going to make for you today is called Roma tomato pasta. So we're going to start actually in the baker, And you can alter this recipe. If you have more people, we're going to do 1 pound of pasta, and in it we're going to put 2 cans of chicken broth. Now if you wanted to do 2 pounds of pasta, basically you just want that pasta to be covered. You can use any kind of pasta you like. We're using spaghetti today. And you're going to put that in the microwave for 1 pound for 16 minutes. And that kind of also depends on your microwave time. If you want to do it in a pot, if you want to do it in the cookware, this pot, our 12-inch family size skillet, does fit a full pound of pasta plus ingredients. So you can also cook it in here, or of course in one of our stock pots, whatever your preference is. But for show purposes, and of course I want to show you how amazing our stoneware is. How many of you here have stoneware? Excellent, okay? So I showed them this piece, we talk about it, who has a large bar pan, and so forth. So this, the host will go put into the microwave for 16 minutes, turning once in between. That's how you're going to get that pasta done. So in the meantime, while the pasta's cooking in the microwave, we are going to do pretty much the entire recipe in this. Our newest and greatest, so this would be number 1. Number 2, here's number 3, our manual food processor. Does anybody have an electric food processor at home, a big Cuisinart that they never take out, okay? The little food processor, you push that button, it's like, zzz, you get an electric shock. If that was a shock, that would be it, because whatever you put in there, turn to water, like that, right? You never get it to the consistency that you want. So Pampered Chef, being in business 30 years, being as smart as they are, they came out with the manual food processor. So you can get this to the desired consistency that you want it, not what the machine wants it, what you want it to be. So what we're going to start out with is we're going to put in a little basil. And now I will tell you, I just learned this a few weeks ago, that I used to just put all the ingredients in, chop them all up and be done. You're supposed to put them in one at a time. So even after 8 years, you can still learn. So you're going to put your basil in first. Chop, 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 and look at that basil. It comes out in tiny little pieces. There's no way you can get the basil chopped up quicker than that. Okay, so now we're going to put in our garlic. Who here has our garlic press? Okay, now for those of you, this is an all-time favorite of the Pampered Chef, the garlic press. For those of you who are not, who don't have this, because I saw we had a few new people in the room, the favorite thing about this, you put your garlic in with the skin on, and press it right into anything that you want. So you can even do that right into a pasta dish. You can do it into here, you can do it into your skillet. What's nice is when you press the garlic, that's the way to get the most flavor out of your garlic. So when you want that strong garlic flavor, this is the way to do it. I don't know if anybody's ever done this in the past. What I was taught to do, before I worked for the Pampered Chef, of course, because they teach me everything the right way, I used to put it on there and slam the garlic with my knife. Does anybody do that? What happens when you do that is, you use it as a stress reliever, so then what happens is, you slam it so hard, all the flavor of the garlic goes out onto your cutting board, you chop up the rest, throw it in your food, but then there's really no flavor to the garlic. So that's no good. So the garlic press is the way to get the most flavor. Now, do you know somebody, yourself or somebody else, who likes to actually eat the garlic, whether you want to caramelize with it or just likes the little bits and pieces and taste of it? Great. Okay, well, when you're trying to chop it up, we have all different size and shapes of knives. I would use either this knife or one of our smaller knives to slice it. Okay, when I first started this job, somebody told me you can't cut a bagel. How are you going to do this? The Pampered Chef makes it very easy for me to slice garlic paper thin. What I do is I take the garlic, goes right in here, you rub it gently, boom, it comes right out. Here comes your garlic. So I put 3 or 4 slices in here. This recipe only calls for 2 cloves of garlic. If you like it more garlicky, put in more. You make sure everybody at the table eats it so you all have the same garlic breath or whatever. So I put this in here, the garlic, and now you can have it come out paper thin. You twist and out comes the garlic. Okay? So that's another way to get nice flavor and when you want to eat that garlic and you want to have the little pieces. Okay, so we put the garlic in and we do a little chop, chop, chop. Okay, so now we have our basil and our garlic. Now I'm going to take from one of our prep bowls. We have different sets. They call them prep bowls because you're supposed to prep and then put your ingredients in here. I do a little prepping again. I'm not a chef, I'm just pampered. But what I do, all the others, they stack. So all the others you can find in my refrigerator. These come in a set of 6. One has a little tuna fish in it because that little bit of leftover tuna, what do you always do with it? Oh, who's going to eat that? I'm never going to find it again. Yes, it won't stink up your refrigerator. You put it in here. It's great. You can see it. When you need a little something, put it in there. We have the 2-cup one. This one has our oil in it. This recipe is half a cup of oil. So we're going to put the olive oil in or canola. Or, of course, the Pampered Chef has the basil blend canola oil, which if you want to put some of that in here, that is fabulous as well. Okay, so there goes those. And now we're going to do some Roma tomatoes. Tomatoes. And again, if you want to alter the recipe, you can put in grape tomatoes or whatever you choose. But this recipe does call for the Roma tomatoes, which are the oval-shaped tomatoes. So we put the one on here. press down, and this is going to start to cut into a few slices, and I'm going to put them in there. Then I'm going to show you how to cut them with our knife. Now, the reason the Pampered Chef does have different cutting tools is because everybody here has different needs in the kitchen. You might like to cut with a knife. You might like to cut with our ultimate slicing grate, ultimate mandolin, whatever they're calling it these days. You might like to cut with our veggie wedger. Whatever it is, everybody's preferences are different. So that's what's so great about the Pampered Chef. Whatever your cooking style is, or whatever easiest for you, that's what you're going to pick tonight. If you think the knife is the easiest thing, then this is the only thing you need. If this is the only thing you get, fabulous. Maybe you don't need the other products. That's up to you. So we cut a few slices of the tomato, put them in, dun, 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 and we give it another cut. Okay, so by now all the ingredients are in here. This is all looking like nice, mushy salsa spread. We're going to take a little bit of our salt and pepper from our brine. I'm not going to open this one up. A little salt, a tiny drop, a little pepper, a little of our Italian seasoning mix. Put that right in. Again, we're going to blend it up again. And the pasta is done. Thank you. Ding, ding, ding. Pasta's done. So you're going to take this great creation. Now, the other nice thing about this is I'm doing it here today for you. This was less than 20 minutes, full meal for your family. Now, I have 2 kids at home who are picky eaters. They would just have to pick out the tomatoes. Okay, that's the way it goes in my house. But for everybody else, this is a great meal. If you want, you could also take one of our maybe our grill pan, grill up some chicken or shrimp on the side. You can throw that in as well if you felt like you wanted to add to it. This can also be made the day before. So when you make this the day before and you put it all in here, chop, 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 you just put this right into your refrigerator. You know, leave the cover on, you put it right into your fridge. You let that marinate overnight, so all of the tomato and the basil, everything blends. It gets absolutely, you think it's going to be fabulous today. When you do it at home and you let it soak overnight, it's even more flavorful. So we're going to pour that in over the pasta. Okay, we're going to do a little fresh.
Give a mix.
Give a mix. Thank you, my hostess. See, you know what? Would you like to make this your grand opening show? Have you ever thought about this business? Take a little cheese out of our thing, okay, out of our prep bowl. A little Parmesan cheese right in here, just like you're at a restaurant. Okay, and then you still have all your nice fingernails. When you got your manicure, you're not losing your nails. A little cheese over there. Okay, and let's see, what are we going to serve this with? Okay, these silicone tongs are great for everything. So whether you're taking the hot corn out of your hot pots when you're doing barbecues, serving up your pasta, turning meats. We also have a full line of barbecue tools as well. To me, I use these for everything. So we're going to take a little pasta, put it in our bamboo bowl set, talk about the full bamboo line. This is for my hostess. Enjoy.
Like a troll.
And really, that is pretty much it. Of course, I talk about the cookware, the stoneware, and the cutlery in more detail, but this was just to show you a quick example of, you know, follow what the company gives you. You know, pack less, sell more. The sales are still there. You know,
12 minutes.
How amazing was
12
that?
minutes.
12 minutes!
12 minutes!
You have to taste this recipe. Seriously, it is amazing, delicious, and it's just a great summertime. You don't have to turn the oven on, right in the microwave. And look, she has all the big products here.
And that's, you
Amazing,
know, the
because
company, they
Florida
buy
Tomato
what you
America.
show, so.
Woo!